Hi cuties, we're down here in the little corner with the fountain because I'm gonna need some tranquility for this. I'm aware this is probably not the best filming location because I might end up getting a little backlit from time to time as my camera might autofocus, but I'll do my best to stay in focus. We're going to have to meditate a little bit because what we are doing today is Battle of the Booktropes. In this bag, I have 20 book tropes, but they're really 10 that are similar book tropes that I'm going to compare to one another and then decide which one to keep. Now, mind you, these are all tropes I either am like, I'm not a big fan of, or I vehemently despise. I did not give myself any good tropes in my opinion. I think all of these could be improved upon, and a lot of these I'm really sick of seeing. This is what we're doing today. I'm pissing myself off on purpose. I'm gonna put them randomly so I'm not like preemptively thinking about the next one if it was just on a written list for me, so I'm gonna do it this way because I love pulling pieces of paper from bags, okay? It's just my favorite hobby. Please give me peace and tranquility, little lily pad fountain. Also, I have my classics up here that you can't see, but it's okay. I've got my Pride and Prejudice with me, so this might help me a little bit. All right, let's begin. All right, the first two tropes. I hate this. Okay, the first trope is, I'm not like other girls, versus, why can't she see what's right in front of her? So these are both very freaking annoying to me. The girl who has zero personality but is not like other ones because she likes to read and not into makeup and doesn't wear tight-fitting clothing and just wears baggy stuff, but then two or three guys are then fighting over her. And then you have the master of the friend zone who's always been there for her, but she'll never love him and she only likes the bad guys. Nice guys finish last. I'm forever alone. Which one do I hate more? I'm gonna say the winner of this fight is I'm not like other girls. I cannot stand the creepy, friend zone guy. I hate that. I hate it so much. I can deal with a few girls who are the I'm not like other girls. There's been a few books I've read where it kind of works, but also that person then ends up going, I am like other girls and other girls are great. If it ends that way and they have that character arc, then I'm okay with it. I don't have much redemption for friend zone man, so we're giving it to I'm not like other girls. Oh, that was already so painful. I should have gotten like an aroma candle or something to sniff. All right, next up. Okay, this is the trio of heroes that feature two boys and one girl specifically, and the main hero of said trio ends up with the girl in the trio, versus the lead male in that trio pining for an unattainable girl. Yeah, I really do hate when they have a trio of two guys and a girl and the girl always ends up with the hero. It's kind of one of the things I did appreciate in Harry Potter was the fact that Hermione did not end up with Harry, even though there's a lot of Harry Hermione stans. Not that I am a Ron Hermione stan either, but I at least appreciated that. I do think Hermione should have ended up with Victor Crumb, and that's my hot take there. I can't believe she slept on Victor Crumb. He was right there. Right there. I'm fine. And the whole hero with the attainable girl, this is very Harry Potter where he was, wanting Cho Chang without even knowing Cho Chang. I see this in books a lot where they idolize this girl. It's kind of like that manic pixie dream girl thing, and I'm not a fan of that. But between the two of them, I'm gonna go with that one, at least. Because that also means usually in that trio, you have this trio and the hero is pining over a different girl. The girl in the trio is usually pining over him, and I also hate that. These are terrible. I hate this. Why did I decide to do this video? I like to torture myself, apparently. Oh, these suck. When a couple gets together, and then it's immediately time for a baby, versus a couple gets together and then immediately one of them dies. I think this one actually might be a little easier for me. I'm gonna choose the one of them dies because I absolutely hate baby plot lines. I hate them so much because it reinforces the idea that you can only be a happy family as long as you fall in love straight and then immediately procreate. Like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I will choose the death over the baby anytime. And then you get some books that do it both to you. That's just double rude. Peace and tranquility. Peace and tranquility. Okay, we've got the damsel in distress who must be then saved by the hero versus we save the day with feelings. So damsel in distress is highly overdone and not a fan of it, but the constant hero has to be better than the villain and convince them with their feelings why they should stop being so bad instead of just, you know, killing the villain does annoy the shit out of me. I kind of hate that. I just want them to have a good battle and then you can sort out your feelings afterward. I think damsel in distress might win this because of that. I don't know. Am I just a horrible, unfeeling person? Maybe. I do think there are some good books that deal with the damsel in distress trope well, where the damsel saves herself. That's always fun. But if we're going with the basic trope of, you know, the girl must be saved by the big hulky hero man, it also kind of is annoying. They're both annoying. That's why they're on this list, because I hate them both. But between the two. Oh, but then sometimes when they save the day with feelings, then the bad guy turns into like that weird uncle that's around, and I do like that. Oh, this is harder than I thought it would be. All right, we're saving the day with feelings. As long as the villain becomes a part of the group. I'll let that happen. All right, next up. Missing parents' heritage makes you special. So like they have a missing parent and one of the parents was, you know, secretly Fae. So now that child is half Fae or something. Versus orphaned, but secretly they're royalty and they didn't know about it. I just read this. I'm not going to say what book I just read this in, but I did just read this and it was very predictable. Not sure how I feel about it yet because there's an entire series, so. Okay, but secret royalty is a really fun trope that you can play with. I mean, that's why we like the Princess Diaries movie, even if she was an orphan for it. That is still a fun one. I do like those reveals of when they get back at the people who, you know, treated them horribly and be like, bitch, I've been royal the whole time. I think orphan with secret royalty wins on this one for me. Slim, but I think I'm gonna choose orphan. Here we go. We've got the bitch/bully turned BFF versus the bitch/bully is also Miss Perfect GPA and cheerleader and valedictorian and just absolutely perfect in every way except that they're a bitch. I think I'm gonna go with the bitch bully turns into a BFF. As long as it's addressed that their rudeness was not cool and that they learn from it. They don't get a pass just because they have a tragic childhood, okay? As long as that is resolved and they address it, then we're okay. All right, next up. Oh, okay, so we've got a chosen one from another world that comes to save the day versus a chosen one who is ignorant of their privilege and turns into basically a white savior. I kind of hate both of these a lot. Basically, it's like two different kinds of outsiders coming in to save the people who are dealing with it on a regular basis. And like, what right do you have being a chosen one here? Like, choose somewhere else to be a one. God. I'm gonna go with the chosen one from another world because usually that ends a little bit better because they usually end up in that world for an accidental reason. It kind of goes through a lot of my old anime like Magic Knight Rayearth and Fushigi Yugi. This happens a lot. It's kind of fun when it looks like that. Even like Kyokara Mao did that because he gets flushed into the other universe down a toilet. Weird times. I think you can play more and have better experiences with a chosen one from another world than you do with obviously the white savior trope, which needs to go away. Tranquility, tranquility, tranquility. We've got a magic object that saves the day, or the magic object that was supposed to save the day isn't real and it was just the friends we made along the way. Do I like having an actual magic object be the reason for saving the day? Or do I like it being the found... I do like found family a hell of a lot. This isn't technically found family, but it could be if interpreted well. I'm kind of surprised at myself because when I wrote this, I thought I would choose differently, but I'm going to choose the object wasn't real. It's the friends we made along the way. Sometimes I do feel that that trope is used a lot. And so it'd be nice to have another one where it's the actual magical object doing something, but I still think the other way works a little better. We've only got 2 left. Oh boy. Okay, let's talk about some villains. A female villain who is bad because she is heartbroken because a man hurt her. Versus a male villain who is bad because he had a sad childhood. Cool motive, still murder. Oh man, boy do I hate these so much. Like, can't we just have a villain who's evil because like they want to be evil? That'd be so nice. I mean, I do love a good complicated villain, but I really hate when the female villain is only evil because she was hurt by a man. I think I hate that a lot. They do that with all my favorite villains. They did that with Maleficent. They did that with the Wicked Witch of the West in that stupid James Franco Oz movie. They do that with my favorite girl villains, and it's not cool. Next thing you know, they're gonna do that to Ursula in the upcoming Little Mermaid remake. Oh God, are they gonna do that? Based on my vehement hatred for having female villains who are only bad because of heartbreak, I think the sad childhood man actually might win this. I think I can deal with it a little more than I can. Even though I really love having a good female villain, like a really well-written one, I would rather have the sad man-child in a book that has to be defeated than a female who has to be defeated because of heartbreak. Oh, this is a hard one. It makes me sick thinking about it, honestly. But I think man-child wins. Last question. I have forgotten what this is. Oh, this is a line. These are both lines that I see very commonly, and I hate them both so freaking much. We have looked at her like she was the sun versus I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Like, bitch, how do you not know you breathing? Also looked at her like the sun. You blinding yourself? Bad imagery. Bad. Oh, I hate these so much. God, I think... Oh. How do I pick this? Fountain, tell me. What do I pick? I think I have to go. I just have to go. Goodbye. I'm gonna go with... and let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. I feel like I can handle that one more, even though every time I see it in a book, I audibly sigh when I see that every single time. But on the other hand, I may or may not have written that into my own writing at some point. So I feel like I would be a hypocrite for not choosing it because there might be a chance where it appears when I didn't know any better. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, is that it? That's really it? Nobody else? Okay. So there we go. I have made my claims on bad book tropes. What do you guys think? Feel free to do this kind of video. You can use the same tropes that I use. You can also make your own book tropes that you hate. I'd love to see ones that you guys don't like. You can also just put those down in the comments below and maybe I'll do a second version of this type of video with the ones you guys submit. Book tropes. You either love them or you hate them. Ta-da! If you guys like the content that I am putting out there, please check out my Ko-fi link and you can donate me a hot chocolate to keep me sustained. Otherwise, you can reach me down in the comments below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter, and I'll see you next time, cuties. Bye!